And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Factorio in our Achievement Hunter series. Alright, here we go. We've got a red setup right up here. We want to kickstart that copper. We got to get the copper going before we can get reds going. And we are... Holy cow, look at this little... That is quite the belt spaghetti going on through there. I'm sure that makes sense to somebody.
Just an 8 to 5 balancer.
Okay. Alright, now that we have copper flowing, let the whole system get a little backed up a little bit, and let's get plastic running. I've upgraded plastic quite a bit, and as you can see, we've got two little setups. I've got eight blocks of these reds, and we have one going in the beginning and one going in halfway through. So we should have some pretty good setup here. I think it's time to re-enable or enable greens. And here we go. Let's see if they get all the way to the end. Yeah, we get some at the end here. That's pretty good. I redid some of these. I had to redo the inserters over here just because of the underground. Kind of messed that up a little bit, but looks like we're going pretty good. And the last step in this process, now that we have reds coming in, blues are also under construction, and I've already moduled these up. So these are going to consume vast amounts of greens. As we all know, blues love the greens. Alright. I wasn't sure if you were aware, Oz, that we have substations automated, so just want to let you know that.
Good point.
So yeah, there's a lot of storage for blues. I wanted to kind of leave a sink here for blues. Oh, what do we have being destroyed now? Well, they are just finding little ways into our base. It's crazy how they can find these little unprotected areas. So let's just... really give them a run for their money here. Make sure it's all protected. And of course. Okay. So the last step in this process to try to get past the 21,000 the Circuit Veteran 3. So we need to get up to 25,000 there. And I need a... Oh, let's not do that. Let's fine the way it is. So I got a sulfur train going up from oil here. It's kind of a hokey system, but it works, sort of. So I need to run down and re-enable module production. And we've got another... Uh-oh. We have a situation here. I want to enable this right up to the edge. And we want one here. There we go. And then here. So I can make sure those trains are running on time. Okay, now we're finally getting back into our base. As you can see, we have been really mining these things out. I mean, the iron is down to the bare minimum. So is the copper. So yeah, we really need supplemental iron and copper, that's for sure. Steel is already doing good. Okay, so if we come in here, you'll notice blues have backed up. Why? Well, because I set that off of a passive provider. So now it's a passive provider, and this will kickstart module production, which should kickstart all the things. So let's do a big request. Let's get a whole lot of them on the case. And I want to... These efficiency modules were meant for Oz and his... Did you already build a Mark II?
Yep.
Okay, so I don't need these for Oz. So I had crafted a few of those just for his use. I was like, he already nailed it, so that's good. Alright, those are going now, and I'd like to, okay, it looks like he's got the Mark IIs and the 3s going finally, so I think I have some on me to upgrade. Yeah, I've got 5 Mark Is on me to upgrade, so we'll get those upgraded. Okay. So, blues have vanished yet again. The other thing I can do to help pull all of the circuits is let's research something that uses high tech. So, let's see. Well, I think the Covarex enrichment is probably a good bet for that, because that's 1,500. It's a lot. And we can probably launch another rocket. That'll help with even more circuits. How many I think this is number 4 that I've launched. Whee. Yeah, I think that's number 4. Sent item satellite. For some reason, it doesn't show that I sent a fish. I know I sent a fish because I got that achievement. So I know I did. Alright. So our reds down here have started to slowly degrade. I think I want to boost the speed up of this. This is just painfully slow down here. So we're gonna expand our horizons. Speed this up a little bit. You know, I think I goofed when I was setting up the system for these undergrounds. There we go. A little bit faster. Move those puppies along a little bit better. Okay, let me let the bots do their thing. I'm gonna mosey on up here. I'm gonna double check how I did this here. This system is really kind of hokey. Okay, so this is equals 0. I'm going to do less than the 3. Less than 3. Okay, because I want to make sure these are going to load in 2 at a time. Otherwise, weird things happen. Like this. It's got an odd number in there. Like, how does that happen? It's got 5 red undergrounds to upgrade, and it always uses 2, so I don't know how that works. Okay. Looks like our iron's going again. Let's check our production. And we are going to do, not iron, we are going to do red circuits, and we're going to do an hour. So we are at 5.5 thousand. Wow, we've got a ways to go. We're building this up now. And we are at, what's the average there? See, that's 97 a minute average. And our real-time average is 700 a minute. That is huge. How about greens and blues? So our real time with greens is 5,000 a minute, whereas our 1 hour is 3.2 thousand. So I guess we don't have a production, a time scale production for greens. It's just total, 20 million total. I'm going to take that off. So reds, we've jumped up to 6.2 thousand now. How about blues? Real time, we are at about about 100 a minute. How about the 1 hour line? See, 13 a minute. Yeah, big difference. Big difference with blue circuits. So yeah, our production is way up there. We just gotta sort of wait it out and let our averages go up, because that is what we're after, is that getting a high average on here. How are our greens doing over here? Greens are actually doing pretty good. I'm surprised. Oh, I forgot to put a, yep. Looks like he's got a little circuit system over here.
Is that at the green loading?
At the reds, where the reds are going into blues.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Overflow chests.
So if it's, these are set to like if they're greater than 3 or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
That makes sense.
Then it has a feedback system behind it too.
If, what's that one at? If it's empty?
I think less than 3.
Ah, okay.
Connected to the side right next to the pump.
Nice.
Shouldn't be necessary, but you know, just in case.
Adventures in Wiring with Ozrock. Got my wonderful little sulfuric acid train. That would not be a train you'd want to, you know, derail. Sulfuric acid. Ooh. Can you imagine? It's like the start of a horror movie. I'm just waiting for those production numbers to go up. Ooh, look at copper on this line. That's going to hurt our numbers. That was going to be something I was going to look at too. What is there a way to increase copper throughput here? can we, or do we have enough? Do we have enough to even increase? That's a hard one to tell. Well, one thing I could do is add a split balancer here. Like that. Although when they're going this fast, you tend to find a little gaps here and there. It's not perfect. Then we have this little guy here. Oh, this is just a mess. We could load some extra copper coming in from the top here. This line coming all the way down, I think was originally meant for copper, but it's really not going anywhere right now. So we could take this 7 million copper up here, really ramp up copper production, and then send some down to this line here and beef up copper a little bit, because our red circuits here are not doing so hot. Okay, let's check production again. Oh, we're up to 9.2, 9.3 thousand for reds. Looks like production has dropped a little bit. And blues are ever increasing, 1.2 thousand. So our goal for blues is 5,000, and our goal for reds is 25,000. Which, if we sustain this system and keep tweaking it and upgrading it, I think we'll be able to make it. As far as the greens go, that is kind of up in the air. I mean, I have, what, 16 million greens yet to make. That's a lot. Looks like copper up here is holding its own. We did end up taking from this one way over here in order to keep those maxed out. Of course, none of these have speed modules. And there is another thing I noticed, Os.
What's that?
None of this stuff is defended up here.
That's a good point.
And the pollution is pollution is spreading
very quickly at that.
Hmm. Not sure if there's a way to beef up greens other than productivity modules, maybe with some speed, although there's no room to place beacons in between those green stacks. That would have been perfect. That would have been perfect, Oz, if you would have left three squares in between the two green stacks, so you have just one setup where it's a 3-2-2-3 setup going across, and another one below that 3-2-2-3. If you put a gap of 3 in between the greens, you can put a beacon in there. And then you could put like productivity modules all up in there, and then beacon the speed modules.
Yeah,
We'll kind of have to tear the whole thing down to add some space in there, though. We would need 1, 2, 3, 4 gaps.
We just
total.
build 2 columns. Now that we have robots, it's easy to make adjustments.
2 columns.
Yeah,
You mean
right now.
like rebuild it?
Yep.
Oh. I mean, it could be done. Okay. Oh, he's... Oh, it looks like iron ran out. Finally. Look at that. Completely out. It's been a while since I've depleted an ore vein in this game. Oh, what am I doing this by hand for? Should have disabled coal up here. So this was originally the steel supply, and it finally ran out. I remember when we first built this system. I think Oz built the first system. Sad times, it's finally coming down. And I believe Diego built the backup system, which is now our primary system, which is way over here. There's our steel. And now we've got some room in here. It's been a pretty tight fit for a while. Now, do we split this coal off anywhere in here? I think we do. I think I could take all of that out. What is that? There was a gap or something right there. I don't know what that was. Okay, now let's just connect this directly. I'm not even sure we need it. Oh, we need it over here for that. But this copper will soon be gone. How much is left? 220,000. It sounds like a lot, but as much as we're using, it really isn't. Okay, check production again before the episode's out. Yeah, 1 hour. Well, we climbed back up to 13,000, and we climbed to 1.8 thousand in blues. But if we look at our 10-hour mark, yeah, we're way above. We're way above where our highest peak was on reds, at least. Blues, not so much. We've kind of tapered off on blues a little bit, but we're getting there. It just has to average out. So when we do finally hit it, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep recording. And when we do finally hit it, I'll just pop in and update everybody with the achievement. All right, so that'll do it for this episode. And I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. There it is. 25,000 advanced circuits per hour. 4.9. There it is. 5,000 processing units.
All right.
We hit it.